What is up? What is happening? What is good? I got y'all on my laptop right now. I feel like I have a tripod, but I don't know where I put it. Which is the weirdest thing because I literally just saw it the other day, but then I went back to find it and it wasn't even there. So I'm like, anyway, you already know. Y'all know the drill. Let me know how y'all are doing. Let me know how y'all are doing. How are y'all feeling today? I feel decent. It's been a strangely good day. And I don't mean strangely as in like I don't deserve to have a good day. It was just strangely decent. Like I was actually in a good mood. And I'm like, you know what? I'm in a good mood, which is weird. Good days are so underrated. Good days are so underrated. And you never know until you never know that you're having like a really good day until you sit back and you're just like, man, I am having a pleasant day. Today is pretty decent. I don't know, like maybe I got enough sleep or something. I don't know, but it was magical. No, it was okay. I'm happy that I had a good day, you know, opposed to bad day or so-so day. But even with those kinds of days, it's still okay to have so-so days. I think that's better than not having a good day at all. I'm trying to figure out how I can let y'all sit. But I'm gonna try to keep talking while I'm doing this. I'm trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about. I can't remember. I actually wrote it down. Oh, and by the way, when I'm looking for it, I'm going to have a series of Kwanzaa videos coming up soon for the week of Kwanzaa. So every day will be a different video. Let me pause it. All right, I'm back. It took a little minute, but I'm back. I need a second. I need a second to get myself, you know, get myself together. Take my time to get myself together. It's just been a long day. My days are always long, but it's not even like long, but it's just like I do enough in one day to yeah. But it's not completely like like, you know, I don't feel like that all day. But I do have, what's the wind sound like that? Oh, that's my dog. Okay. But I do enough to be, you know, to be able to let that little sigh of relief out. But recently, I put some stuff out for Kwanzaa. It's the map of Africa, or the map of Africa. It's Africa, and then down here you see Madagascar. If I'm saying that right, that's Madagascar. Let me look up real quick. Where is Madagascar? Madagascar. And yes, I did see the movie Madagascar. However, wasn't exactly sure like the position of it. I've been wrong, you know, been known to be wrong sometimes. A little bit. So Madagascar. They keep showing me the movie. I wanna know on the map. Okay, there we go. Yes, it is the little island right off of the main part of Africa. So the little small lonely island, that is Madagascar. So yeah, I had to make sure I got that right at least. And also Egypt, because for some reason people keep getting it wrong. And Egypt's in Asia. No, it's not. It's actually an African country. So yeah. That's what it looks like. However, that white part, like the white outline, I think I want to save that for something completely different. So, or, do we have an idea? Do we have an idea? That's actually what I wanted to talk to y'all about. What are the things that y'all are good at? Things, plural, more than one. What are the things that y'all are good at? What are some things that if somebody says, here, do this, you can just be like, oh, okay. Or somebody's like, oh, I need somebody to do X, Y, Z. You just be like, oh, I can do that. What are some things that y'all are really good at? I am good at a lot of things. However, no, not however. With saying that, where we at? 3 minutes, okay. With saying that, figure out what it is. Well, I guess how should I put this? The idea came from narrowing down what it is that I want to do and what I like to do, or what I want to do versus what I like to do and what I'm interested in. I'm interested in trying a lot of things. However, the main thing, that's the problem. Like, creatives, I know y'all have this problem. I can't be the only one. It's like I want to learn everything and I want to do everything. However, I don't need to do everything. Because when you start to do everything, you're really doing nothing. But are you doing nothing? You're acquiring a lot of skills. I will say that. You're acquiring so many skills that you don't know what to do with said skills or when to apply each one, or you're not perfecting any of them most of the time unless you're doing, consistently. But for the most part, you're not perfecting the one thing. And like with this took me some time to learn. However, now that I know, I can do it. But on the flip side of that, if I haven't done it in a while, I'm gonna be a little rusty at first. But it's a skill that I have, and it's a skill that I can do. So that's all I really wanted to say about that. All of this right here, like, this is from like May to June. No, June. May to, it's December now. I think I got finished with this about like November. I got so many notebooks that I've never even, finished writing all the way completely through. I never got a chance to finish any of my notebooks because once I start working on one thing, then my mind takes off on something different. I'm like, okay, now I want to do this. And then I found something else, and I found something else, and something else, and something else. And I'm just like, girl, calm down, okay? Calm down. But I mean, it's a gift and I won't even say a curse. It's a gift, but it's also, it has its downsides. It definitely has its downsides being like so creative. However, it's always a however around here. You can look at the bright side. Oh, and the bright side would be you could do anything. Now you know you can do anything. Anything's possible. But you have to figure out what it is that you want to do. For a while, I wanted to go to barber school. I wanted to, I thought I wanted to cut hair for a living. But then, I also wanted to start braiding school because I also thought I wanted to be a braider. That was short-lived. My hands got to hurt, and I'm like, I feel like I got carpal tunnel. No, I'm cool. Not my jam. But some people, they can get it in, get it out. My stylist, she can get you together. But me, you're gonna be there for a little minute. It's gonna look good, but we're gonna be here for a little minute because I gotta take a break. I need a break, okay? Yeah, box braids, fashion twists, stuff like that. I can do that. I can get you together real quick. However, it won't be too quick. So it's gonna be nice. And it's gonna take some time. Or it's gonna be a little janky looking and I can get you out. Let me know what you wanna do. I was also thinking about a book, and this is one book that I keep with me. Reason being, and before, I know some people are definitely like they're religious or whatever, and they have certain ideas about the word alchemy. I actually don't know the meaning of it. Let me look it up. So I don't be ignorant. Don't be ignorant all your life. At some point, you gotta choose to know something. What is not that? Ooh, the medieval forerunner of chemistry, based on the supposed transformation of matter. It was concerned particularly with attempts to convert base metals into gold or to find a universal elixir. Interesting. What is alchemy in real life? This is what somebody asked. Alchemy is simply changing an undesirable thing into something more desirable. A real life example is someone who lived a life of addiction to drugs and the street life, went to prison and got out. Okay. Alchemy was a form of speculative? Okay, I guess spectating, just kind of watching. Thought that, among other aims, tried to transform base metals such as lead or copper into silver or gold. It also sought to discover cures for diseases and a way of extending life. Well, I don't know how you're going to do that, but we're going to focus on we're going to focus on this other part. Alchemy in real life. The concept of turning nothing into something. Nothing into something. Comment if y'all know where that's from. I can understand the concept of it because even every day when you wake, even if you are not ready for however it go, anyway, I can take that and look at it as, and this is just me, like, I don't really care too much about, well, I wouldn't say care, but, you know, I won't put too much emphasis on what y'all think about what I feel. So I'm just going to tell you how I feel about it. So I feel like this is more of, I can understand it being, I can understand it in which it's being applied to life, because when you wake up every day, you're trying to create how you want your life to be. There's no specific way that your life has to be in general, if you know what I mean. Even if you are not, I don't know why I keep thinking about that. Anyway, when going throughout your daily life, you're trying to figure out what you want to do, how you want to go about things. You have an idea of how you want the outcome to be. So with having a piece of lead and turning it to like silver or gold or whatever, the idea was, you're taking your current situation, anything that's negative, and you're trying to make it into something. You're trying to transform your life into the way that you can see it to be. To me, I get that aspect of it. Everything else, I'm gonna have to like read more into what they're even talking about. Not to say that I agree nor disagree with any of it. I mean, it's a miraculous things. The way that some people's lives have panned out in the long run. But you look at them one day, and you're just like, I don't know how this is gonna work out. But then you see them again, or you deal with another situation, and you're like, okay, all right, I see, all right, I feel you. Okay, cool. You have your end goal. When you're making what are they called? Dream boards. Or even like I want to say mood boards, dream boards. Let's stick with that. When you're making dream boards, or it's another word. I don't know why I can't think of it right now. Vision board. You're putting your end goal in form. Can't even clap my own, like, girl, get it together. You're putting your end goal in visual form. It's easier when you can see something as you're trying to work towards having it than to you try to keep it up here and try to like dump it somewhere. Like, that's why I like to write a lot, because sometimes I forget like what my idea was or what my thought was. So I typically like to write it down. The purpose of a vision board is every day you wake up. Well, the idea of a vision board is every day you wake up and you look at it and you're visualizing, oh, this is a tangible thing. Like, I can have this. If you've never seen a Ferrari up close, you don't know what a Ferrari feels like. You can look at it on TV, but it's only about this big. It's only about your pinky or so, maybe the size of your hand if it's on TV, but you don't know. You can't like feel out the weight of it. Like, you can't touch it. Like, you can't smell that. Like, it's different. It's different. But the closest thing to you physically touching it would be a picture. So if that's what you're putting, if that's your end goal, if you want a Ferrari, whatever color, whatever specs that come with it, that's my leg popping, by the way. It just randomly pops. Like, I need to stretch. But anywho, the closest thing to you having a Ferrari would be for you to see a Ferrari and understand like the specifications of it. What color do you want? What do you want the inside to smell like? Do you want the inside to be black, or do you want it to be like a cream color? Do you want there to be a sunroof? Do you want there to just be no roof on it? That's up to you. Do you want it to have no doors? Take them off. Take them off. But the way that you'll be able to know when you see what it is that you want is by to have some kind of idea already in place. So for me, when I first wanted my Jeep, it was 5 years ago or so. When I first wanted that Jeep, I was like, okay, I know I want a truck. Like, that's not even a question. Like, I want a truck. I need a truck. So I'm like, okay, what kind of truck? Then I seen that one. I'm like, that could work. That could work. And at the time, I didn't have the money for it. So I'm like, okay, I want it. I know I want it. And every time I would look up to well, after I'm doing anything, like driving in the car with somebody, I'll look up and I'll see it, or I'll see some type of a Jeep. And I'll be like, yo, this is a sign. But it's really your mind trying to help you towards what it is that you really want. That's all it is. It was a, what am I trying to say? It was a excerpt in one of these, I think it actually might have been in here. Basically saying, no, hold on, bear with me. Here it is. When you want something, the whole universe conspires in order for you to achieve it. That was said in the book. Now, let's take it from the top. What is the whole universe? And here we go. The universe is what created life. You can say it's the Big Bang. You can call it whatever you want. But it was something that made all. When you go to church and they play songs like He's got the whole world in His hands. Okay. Is that is it like physically in His hand? Or spiritually in His hand? Because we are spirits, right? We have a soul. We're spirits. And I'm still trying to figure out the difference between the soul and the spirit. I'm about to look into that, like, note to self. But in order to have something in your hand, you have to be bigger than what it is that you're holding. So in order for me to have something in my hand, it has to be smaller. Like, this is a little paper clip, it has to be smaller. So yeah, now it's in my hand. But if I'm trying to drink my water, if I'm trying to hold it, I'm like, my hand is wrapped around it. However, this whole thing is not in my hand though. It's not in my hand. This is in my hand. This, not completely, but I can hold on to it. So the universe is a very big place. The universe is infinite. It reaches, and it is very vast. It's just like the ocean, but further. Like the ocean, but further. So in order for something to be a lot further and wrap around, that has to be pretty damn big. So, in my opinion, I'm gonna try to go back to it. In my opinion, this is just me. This is just little Lex. I don't count for nothing. God is the universe. I'm gonna leave that. All right, boom. Anyway, when you want something, the whole universe conspires in order for you to achieve it. Now, let's just keep the concept of saying, the universe is God. You know, they kind of coexist together. Because how could they not? Because God is the plants, the trees, the bees, and the leaves. That would be just about everything, huh? That would be just about everything. So that would include the universe. Anyway, so the point that I was trying to make, the whole universe conspires in order for you to achieve it. If you're religious and you pray, the concept of praying and getting what it is that you ask for, we always say that's God. And yes, it is. I agree. And sometimes you'll ask for something and you'll get something even better. That is also true, and I definitely agree. You're gonna get what you're supposed to have. You're gonna get what you're supposed to have. You might want a new house, but God or the universe, whatever you want to put it, it'd be like, no. What you want is a 3-story house and 60 acres of land. That was something that you didn't even think about, something that you weren't even trying to bargain for. You just wanted something simple, and you just got this access and abundance of something else because, why not? There's something that wants you to have it. Of course, you want it, but something else wants you to have it as well. When you want something, the whole universe conspires in order for you to achieve it. That is very true. That is very true. I have to agree with that. There are some things that I've wanted and I do want. And I got what I wanted. And I got what I wanted. So, I don't know. I don't know where I was really going with that. I kind of veered off and I don't remember now. But maybe I'll come back to it later. Yeah, that was a pretty good book. And it's an easy read. It's a very easy read. Very comprehensible. I like it because the way the story was set up, it was just like you can follow the main character as he's going along his life and trying to figure out his whole situation. And he here I go with that he stuff. But he went through some stuff. He definitely went through some stuff. However, he also figured it out. He definitely had some help. But one thing about him, he was actually paying attention and looking for certain things to happen for him. But he also went and made it happen. Okay, that's the main part. He went and made it happen. What we at, 22? Okay. He went out and he made it happen. He didn't just wait for these things to fall in his lap. I forgot to drink my water. But I did remember to mind my business. And that's important. Anyway. He didn't just hope for it. He didn't just wish for it. He didn't just like sit back and like, ooh, I want this. Ooh, I really want this. I want that. I want that. He was like, no, I want that. And I'm going to go get it. It's the action. That is the action. So I guess another thing that I want to talk about, or could talk about too, manifestation. The definition of, and it's that, I don't know. I will say it's became a trend to talk about. However, it's I can appreciate the fact that people are actually thinking and trying to figure out things for themselves instead of just looking at everything as face value. We've done that for far too long. We have done that for far too long. And I'm not saying that we should all just go out and just do whatever, because that would be a no. But thinking and actually understanding and considering other things, because sometimes you'll be wrong. An event, action, or object that clearly shows or embodies something, especially a theory or an abstract idea. If you say, I want to do hair. I want to do hair. I want to do hair. You go out to a salon. They tell you what you need to do in order to do hair. And you're like, okay, well, I didn't expect all of that for me to do hair, but okay. So now you have to go to school. Okay. Guess I'll go to school since I want to do hair. And upon finishing school, you learn you can go start working in the salon right away. Okay, cool. Boom. Now you're at this very salon that you wanted to work at, but you had to go through a process first. You thought about it first, but then the action that followed is what led you to that point. That is what manifestation is. It's very simple. Nothing happens for you until you apply what it is that you're asking for. And that part is what gets a lot of us, because we can ask. They say, ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive. But the small asterisk that you missed at the bottom, you know how like you read in on a commercial and they tell you all about this brand new pill that just came out, and everybody just out here and they just like, they milli rocking and they crip walking and doing the heel toe, and they out here, they just like twerking and whatnot, and you all up in there too, because you like, oh, I love that beat. They dancing, they look happy, they look joyous. And then a small voice that comes behind the music and they say, side effects may include, like that is the part that you missed. That small asterisk says, but you have to do the work. That's the part that y'all be missing. Us, we, okay? All of us. That is the part that we all be missing from time to time. But that's all we want to say. That's what we all want to say. The things that you think are coincidences, it's a high chance that they're not. It's a very high chance that they're not coincidences. As a man thinketh, so is he. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. Let me make sure I'm not just making up stuff. The title influenced by a verse in the Bible from the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 7. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You can't say you won't be a hairdresser unless you feel like you're a hairdresser. There's an action that precedes being, and that action would be thinking. You can't be something unless you think about being it first. You couldn't think about being an astronaut. You couldn't become an astronaut if you didn't think about being said astronaut. Like, it's literally all inside the language. The way you think about yourself, if you go around you saying like, oh, I'm dumb, like, I'm stupid, why would I do that? You're gonna be a dumbass. You're gonna be a dumbass because you thought about it yourself. And somewhere deep down inside, you know, that little bitty spot right here, that it's called a heart, you know, the other place that you can't see, you know, it's plenty of places. The one place that you will never be able to... The one place, which would be your soul. Like, once you start feeding the soul some bullshit, and once you start feeding your heart some BS, don't worry about it. Because what's going to proceed? Like, proceed. Supersede? Oh, supersede. Supersede. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good word. Supersede. To take the place of a person or a thing previously in authority or use. Supplant. Replace? Supplant. I don't know what that means either. But in this, take the place of something that's already in authority. The thing that was already in authority was your peace and happiness. So you disrupted it with your filthy language that you decided to bestow on yourself. If I can get my words right. So yeah, fix the filth and stop calling yourself stupid. We all do it. We try to mean no harm, but it still brings harm. It can. It definitely can. So I'm gonna wrap it up with that because I think we had half an hour already. So yeah. Go ahead and upload this. So y'all be good, y'all be safe, y'all take care of each other, take care of yourself, you know. Drink your water, mind your business, because you know it's the most important things around here. But yeah, seriously, take care of yourselves. You only get one you, and that's it. Alright. This is what the book looked like, by the way. If y'all ever get around to seeing it, if y'all want to see it. I'm gonna not see it, but read it. It's pretty good. I mean, if you don't take anything else, I'm gonna say read it because number one, it you can read somebody else's perspective from their own journey, and you can look at yourself and say, I can relate to that. Even though it is just like it's a fictional book. It wasn't a real dude, but it could have been. So, you know, so it kind of like eases your sorrows and your little pains if you feel like you're a little bit down in your life or whatever because of XYZ. I don't know, whatever. Y'all take care. Bye.